Welcome back to Trails from Zero. I am the TheDarkSeraph. Okay. It's just a vending machine. You've never seen a vending machine? I can't sell or exchange, Okay, I see. This is an elevated rest area. I thought that was a bug for a minute.
Hi.
Okay. U material. Forget what that does exactly. A bracer robbing a chest. A bracer robbing a chest I can understand, but a cop? That's low, man. Mute. Sure, you stole from me, but it's all water under the bridge now. Is that a joke? Because there's... Oh my god, it's still frickin' going. Growing up, I always wanted to be a dancer. My father made me take up boxing instead. But do I have any... I do have a single EP charge. I really like the music. I can't go there yet. The bridge is out. Anyway, I really like the combat music. I'm gonna have to get a recording of it for use for speed ups, or maybe if I can get it on, if I buy the OST on Amazon or something. more Sepith, which is... I hope your pockets are now loaded with Sepith. Point is, after this, ooh, that's a new one.
Yosh! Ikkini iku zo!
OK です。
チャンスだ！よし！畳みかけるぞ！はいさ！
OK です。はい。分析を開始します。入手しました。
俺の番だ！ちょろいぜ！
あったわね。
What is my treasure? Oh shit! Attack level 2. I'd put a joke about law enforcement here, but it'd be a bit of a cop-out. Ha 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 ha, puns. So that was a pretty good item. An EP charge. After that string of chest thefts in Libero, you would have think they've installed some locks. You'd think so, wouldn't you, bud? Into town. We finally made it. Ellie, Tio, how are you holding up? I'm doing fine now. That break really helped. I am also alive by some miracle. I must admit, though, the village is quite beautiful. Oh, yes, I'd much rather be here in this small little town. Still have utilities, but I'm out of the fucking city. A rural village surrounded by fields of blooming flowers. It is absolutely breathtaking. And there's an irresistibly sweet smell in the air. Is that honey? Yeah, I can smell it too. Looks like there's an apiary over there. According to the database, the honey from Aromica Village is one of the area's specialties. Due to its quality, the demand for Aromican honey is quite high, so it is exported all across Zumeria. Oh, I believe it. always see it being sold in grocery stores and markets. So this is where it's from. That's right. It's quite different feeling experiencing something firsthand rather than simply reading about it in books. Ellie, is something okay? Oh, don't mind me. More importantly, at a glance, the village is quite tranquil. Let's go around town. And a general store. A straw hat. Which... would increase speed. That would be good on someone like Randy. I still need to read that, whatever the hell it's called, the cross-spell times. Who the heck are you guys? Police officers? I can't tell if the complete lack of recognition is for better or for worse than the typical response. It's a kid, Lloyd. Don't get too upset. I like this village. It's very cozy. EP cut level 1. You're really going to take that EP cut level 1. Haven't the Aromacans been through enough? It's a fair point. I'm going to put that EP cut on Teotot here whenever I can get another one of her slots open. It wouldn't happen to be an Orbital factory in town, would there? No. It was a pleasure doing business with you. Thank you for your continued support. Purple hair. Huh. And the same to you. Although, are you sure that price is okay on your end? It's 20% more than what the other merchants paid. Well, you can just take that sign of how highly prized this village's specialty is. I assure you, I'll be making plenty of profit. There's no need to worry about me. I'm glad to hear it. Always a pleasure to work with you. And feel free to bring your wife and son here next time you visit. Your whole family is welcome in Romica. I'll think to do just that. Thank you, Chief Tulta. I'm sure I'll be back soon. Until next time. Oh, pardon me. Just a second. My door's still cracked open. I can hear the TV in the other room. You don't need to hear Law and Order noises in the other room. I don't know if that got picked up on the micro or not, but I'm not taking chances. The man just now. He seemed to be a merchant. At any rate, we found the chief's house. And who might you all be? Pardon the intrusion. Are you the chief of this village, perhaps? Indeed I am. My name is Tulta. Are you folks tourists? No, sir. We're here to investigate the recent monster attack. Ah, yes, that whole issue. The folks over at the Guardian Force have already stopped by a few times. Unfortunately, they couldn't find any conclusive leads. However, I am fully confident that now that all of you are on the job. This sudden optimism is familiar. Yep, same misunderstanding as usual. I'm past the point where it surprises me. Sorry, sir, I should have been more clear. About what? Despite what you may be thinking, we aren't from the Bracer Guild. We're from the Crossbell Police Department Special Support Section. Looking at you, I never would have guessed that you were from the police department. I apologize for the misunderstanding. The police rarely visit Aromica, so I can't say I was expecting this. On the other hand, we've seen a number of bracers come through our gates following Arios' example. You don't say. Man, how can that guy be so busy 24/7 and still have time to pop in to check on everyone? As we explained, we came here as part of our investigation into the monster attacks. If you don't mind, could you give us details? Of course, let me think. It happened about 3 weeks ago on the night of the new moon. A pack of monsters snuck into our village, laying waste to any crops they could find. Fruit, wheat, even our livestock was hit. Even our livestock. Every household in the village was affected by it to some degree. And there were no eyewitnesses. Yes, unlike the rowdy folk in the city, people here tend to sleep earlier. After all, we need to be up with the roosters for our farm work, so by that time of night, most of us were already asleep. Fair point. Is that how you were able to identify them as wolf-like monsters? That's right. The paw prints they left were unmistakable. Unfortunately, the CGF just happened to be patrolling by the village later that day. Once we informed them of the attack, they conducted a search of the perimeter just to be safe, yet they didn't find a single trace of the monsters, just as it's written in the CGF reports. Indeed. It's been 3 weeks since then, and we haven't had another attack since. To be honest, I thought this was a one-time issue. I'm sorry to hear that the other locations have been attacked as well. So are we. We were noticing on the way that the whole point of the village looks pretty peaceful for a place that just got raided by monsters not that long ago. Weren't your losses pretty heavy? Wasn't that bad. While it's true that nearly every household was affected, the damage of each of them was relatively light. Really? I thought it was much worse. This is merely a rough estimate, but I'd wager we lost a total of around 100,000 Mira. Still, a loss is a loss. That's a lot of money! 100,000 is a lot! It was a stressful time for the village. Thankfully, we were able to strike a business deal that helped us recover. Huh. Oh, that guy you were just... That's right, he's a trader from the city over the past few days. Over the past few years, we've maintained a healthy relationship. After hearing about the damages, he increased his offers by a wide margin. Bless his soul. You don't see that kind of generosity too often in people. Yeah, I don't think that makes him a suspect. If anything, it makes him a sap. Sounds like a kind man. A trader, huh? That explains the fancy get-up. Threads like that don't come cheap. Looks like I got caught up in the moment. My apologies. Don't worry about that nonsense. Now, Chief, you can't just leave us hanging like that. Drop a juicy tidbit like that in front of us, and of course we're gonna want to know more. Agreed. I do not appreciate being left in the dark. I suppose I can understand what you mean. The ramblings of an old man may not be interesting to young people like yourselves, but if you're curious, I'll explain. Tell us everything you know. At this point, any information at all might be able to help our investigation. If you insist. Have you ever heard of the Divine Wolves? As in, wolves in divine power. I do not believe such a term exists in the database. Just a thought. This legend must be long lost in the city. A shame. But what exactly is a divine wolf? The divine wolves are an ancient species of beast that once resided in Crossbell. Stories describe them as wolves with fur as white as snow. You don't mean. Could the divine wolves be the culprits behind the village's damage? There's no evidence for it, of course, but personally, I wouldn't be surprised if they were. You see, the old legends mention that these divine wolves are not ordinary creatures, but holy beasts sent by Adios herself. Excuse me. Long ago, this land of Crossbell was once a place rife with conflict drenched in blood. As the divine wolves watched the foolishness of man play out before them, they would occasionally help the weak and injured. Well, that's how the legend goes, anyway. I can't believe I'd never heard of this before. Something like this sounds familiar. I think I read a fairy tale about a white wolf when I was a kid. If I remember right, they had a book like that in the library. Yes, I've no doubts the legend of the divine wolves serves as a basis for that particular fairy tale. Interesting. World building! Once it became the center of trade in Zumeria, being influenced by both the Empire and the Republic, Crossbell began to forget its own past. And with that, the divine wolves slowly vanished. Sounds like they got fed up with our bullshit. Can't say I blame them. My thoughts exactly. But it's hard to say for certain what the divine wolves' true intentions are. If they have returned after this time, I can only imagine it would be to warn us of things to come. Why would you think that? It may be out of my place to say, but I feel that Crossbell has been developing too rapidly and too aggressively. Last time I took the bus down to visit, all those changes left my jaw on the floor. Yeah. There's also the complications of the city-state being within the borders of both the Empire and the Republic, two nations at conflict with each other. And both of them lay claim to Crossbell. Both of them want control of Crossbell for that capital. It is a flustercuck. But it looks like to me that you took the story a bit too seriously. Please ignore me. These were nothing more than the ramblings of an old man who doesn't know when to shut up. Oh no, sir, not at all. It was valuable information. Thank you. May we have your permission to ask the villagers about the incident? As long as it's you four, that shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, if I can bring up the world map.
Yosh!
Divine wolves, eh? Who knew we'd be adding some legendary beasties to our list of suspects? Unfortunately, we can't confirm or deny their existence. But it's something to keep in mind. It's a very Lloyd thing to say. It does not make sense. If they left paw prints, you would normally be able to follow them back to their origin. Huh. I'm thinking these are trained military monsters, probably from the Republican or Imperial Army or some Jaeger Corps. Anyway, like I was mentioning before... Yeah, hit plus to bring up to gate. Over at Tangrim Gate... Yeah, here's we can see... These are the borders of the city-state of Crossbell. They do not have a lot of territory outside that city. To the east, you have the Republic of Calvard. To the west, you have the Erebonian Empire. It's, not a big place. It is not a big place. It is not a big state. while I'm at it, yeah, I still need to get a fishing pole so I can actually do, well, fishing. Due west of Crossbell City was the site of the CGF's recent training drills. We were on the scene to report drills at 10 a.m. and were very intense. They practiced vehicular combat, stun halberd combat, hand-to-hand combat, and more exercises like these are held regularly to train to sustain these important skills. We had the opportunity to interview Deputy Commander Bales after the drills. We asked about the new model of armored vehicle that has been rumored to be in development since last year. The Deputy Commander tells us that the implementation of these new models is still a ways off. Presently, they were in the fine-tuning stage and will be deployed once complete. Logistical issues such as negotiation with the neighboring powers about specifications has been thoroughly taken care of. As it stands, the new model's firepower is comparable to an average tank. Accurate data and deployment numbers will be properly disclosed at a later time. The CGF will continue putting its full efforts toward ensuring the security of Crossbell's borders and the state at large. Committed, commented the Deputy Commander, faithful, answering every difficult question posed to her. A respite in the downtown district. Sources say the downtown gangs have temporarily ceased fighting. The noisy confrontations previously a daily occurrence have come to a sudden stop. Most citizens breathe sighs of relief. On the contrary, a 24-year-old man living on East Street voiced his fears. As long as the delinquents are there, the fights will return. I wish someone would do something about them. Tensions rose due to a surprise attack on the gang's members. However, many things are yet unexplained about the dispute. Before it escalated, rumor has it the CPD's Special Support Section had a hand in resolving the situation. However, further investigations suggest that they may have been more luck than skilled. It would be nice to see action on the same level as bracers next time. Oh, give me a fucking... Cut me some more slack, Grace! You're killing my smalls! And she blurred out their faces as well. Interesting. She's protecting the identity of the SSS and the gangs. That's interesting. A new battle ornament from the Epstein Foundation has been developed and is now available on the market. We finally enter the 5th generation. The best part of the Enigma is the introduction of the orbital communication circuit, said Mr. Roberts of the Foundation. This newly developed microquartz allowed for the creation of a small portable communication device. He added this innovative technology in the Enigma can exchange information endlessly regardless of location. At present, the communication function only works in the vicinity of the dedicated orbital wave relay, such as within Crossbell State. Plans exist to erect new relays for organizations such as the Bracer Guild and government agencies. Arkansas's upcoming performance, the famous troupe is due to announce their highly anticipated next performance soon. Tickets will be available for sale next month. Yeah, okay. Hit the wrong button. Many fans from within the stage and even abroad have been eagerly awaiting their next show and will flood in to watch. You don't want to miss it. And things that don't really matter. Oh, and I can get a recipe here at Aromica Village if I had the money, which I don't, because I spent it all. Your omelet rice is a real deal, Gofan. If I had a plate on this on my deathbed, I would die happily. Glad to hear it. Sorry to interrupt. Can I help you? Yes, actually. You see, we're from the Crossbell Police Department. We were curious to know if you had any details regarding the wolf attack. That incident 3 weeks ago. From what I recall, everyone had work pretty early the next day, so we were all asleep by that time. It was like the monsters appeared at the perfect time to strike. Talk about an unlucky break. I'm afraid that's all I can really tell. It's all we can really share with you. That's about all I'd be able to tell you as well. Most of the guests I've talked to didn't see anything either. Unfortunate. And here I was hoping for some solid evidence right off the bat. Well, that's how investigations go. Answers only show up when you're patient and steadily gather information. That may be, but do you think we can take a break? My stomach is going to implode. Oh, you folks haven't eaten yet. This is the perfect opportunity to get you four hooked on our end specialty, omelet rice, on the house. Oh, that's not necessary, sir. Nonsense! Just think of it as my way of welcoming new friends. Or, just think of it as a marketing tactic. Next time you visit Aromica, come stop by the Ash Tree Inn for lunch. Can't refuse that generosity. Lloyd, we might as well take him up on his kind offer. I second that notion. Okay, I guess. We would love some. Good deal. And that is a full heal and rest. Mr. Hayworth's on the... Yeah, I thought that was a Hayworth. I thought that was him. And there he is. Aren't you? Oh, it's you. You're the trader from Crossbell City. That's right. I suppose the chief told you about me. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Harold Hayworth. I'm not gonna say who he is, but how many people do you know with purple hair? You can connect the dots there. I run a small trading company out of Crossbell City. Did you four come here as buyers? No, actually, we're the SSS. Why does that name sound familiar? Oh, of course, the Crossbell Times. I take it you read the articles on us. Please try not to let that influence your opinion. Oh, there's no need to be embarrassed. All I see is a group of individuals who are working hard in a newly formed division. Sure, that article may not have been the most flattering, but to be honest, I thought it genuinely tried to paint your efforts as earnest. You really think so? I suppose it could have been interpreted like that, from a more optimistic perspective. Well, maybe knowing the author just made us assume the worst. Anyway, you mentioned wolf-like monsters. I've heard talk of a similar incident that took place over at St. Ursula Medical College. It's worrisome to think this is happening all over. Do you do business with St. Ursula too, Mr. Hayworth? Yes, I do. You see, a wholesale medical supplies to them every so often. Rumor has it that something there was injured during the attack. Okay. There was also some damage in the mining town of Mainz, too. Unfortunately so, the Crossbell Guardian Force is conducting a search as we speak. That's reassuring, at least. Perhaps I should pay Mainz a visit as well. By the way, Mr. Hayworth, something has me curious. We heard you gave the village a very generous offer on the goods you came to buy today. Chief told to tell you that. I assure you, it wasn't an act of charity or anything of that sort. Aromica specialty items, especially their honey, received glowing reviews from the past few months. I simply wanted to use the opportunity to leave a nice impression on the people here. It was just good business. Yeah, but it was still a jack-up. You are trying to get you're trying to get your foot in the door. Pretty shrewd, I'll give you that. I believe I understand now. As they say, trust is the foundation of business. If that's the case, you must be running a smooth operation. Oh no, I still have a lot to learn about business. Allow me to apologize. I sincerely wish I had more useful information to give you. Please don't let that bother you. After all, we should be the ones apologizing, taking up all of your time like this. Not at all. Best of luck to you with your investigation. A large room. I'm guessing if I were to stay at the inn, this would be the room they would give me, since 4 beds, 4 party members. Logic would dictate. Big bad wolf sneaking into the village. Something that crazy would never happen in Crossbell City. This entire situation sucks. Why the heck would my mom want me to move to a place like this? Cities suck, kid. I do. I genuinely hate fucking cities. I'm just wandering around until I find something. I think this was just a storage building. Yeah. I like that it gives me a nice view of the place. That's just kind of nice. I like that the angle changed to give a view of the area. I was just there. Such a nice day out. Do I get a fishing pole? Yay! I got a fishing pole! Just over on that pier. Let's go try it out. Yeah, I saw one of those earlier. I think this is going to be the same as Trails in the Sky. Yeah. That's fine. I didn't get the timing right. Although they would have a more proper fishing minigame in the Cold Steel arc. Presumably it would evolve from there. Oh, and that's just the tavern. I've already Okay, that was everyone. Am I actually going to be able to take the bus this time, or are we walking back? Oh. You shouldn't be drinking on the job in the first place, Randy. Tio? Something wrong? No, I just thought I heard something. I will try maximizing the sensitivity of my sensor in order to amplify the sound. Please be quiet for a moment. Sure. I'm sorry, everyone. It must have been my imagination. Don't worry about it. Do you think you could describe the sound? Well, though I could not confirm it, I could have sworn it sounded like howling. Seriously? You think it was the monsters we're after? Please do not get your hopes up. I likely misheard it. It could have also simply been a sensor malfunction. What do you think we should do? Let me think. Tia, what's the range on your sensors? While operating normally, about 50 sledge. However, at times, certain atmospheric conditions will cause the sound to carry for twice that distance. Damn, that far. It sounds like we won't be able to determine where the sound came from. It's okay. In the meantime, we'll just have to keep our ears open. All of you really believe I heard something? Huh? You said you heard it. I did, but when I'm able to hear things that the average person cannot, people typically assume I'm lying or that I have an overactive imagination. Maybe, maybe not. But we all know that you're one in a million, Teotot. What? It's true. Plus, why wouldn't we believe you? Sure, we haven't known each other for very long, but you've already saved us more times than I can count. I can't think of any reason to ever doubt you. I apologize, everyone. That question was silly to ask. Just forget about it, if possible. Sure, it's not a big deal. Oh, you're still here? Mr. Hayworth. Were all of you about to head back to the city? That's right. Are you doing the same? Indeed I am. Now that I've picked up some souvenirs for my wife and son, I'm ready to return home. Or are you planning on taking the bus back? How long of a wait do you have till the next one arrives? Unfortunately, it will be another half hour according to the schedule. If you're waiting for the bus too, you're more than welcome to stand around and shoot the breeze with us. Oh, I appreciate the offer. There should be enough room for 5. Can I offer you a ride instead? I'd be happy to drive you all back. I mean, you're driving back anyway. What a nice guy. Thank you for the ride back, Mr. Hayworth. My pleasure. I was heading back to the city anyway. It's rare that he's driving on the right side, not the left. Man, you must be really rolling in it to be able to afford your own car. That's right, these things were still expensive. I believe a vehicle of this model and manufacture would cost around 800,000 Mira. 800,000? That's pretty impressive. Well, it's an invaluable tool for a trader like myself. I could take the bus, but transit time would end up bottlenecking business. So I decided to bite the bullet and get my own vehicle. I'm sure you had other reasons to buy it. For example, I bet it lets you get home to your family earlier. You caught me. So there's the real reason. We even got gifts for him and everything. Is this what people call the ideal husband and father? Oh no, that's giving me far too much credit. I often have to go on business trips, so this is really my way of making it up to them for leaving them home alone so often. How old is your son? He turns 5 years old this year. He's not quite at Sunday school age yet, but he's filled with curiosity. His mother certainly has her hands full with his constant questions and endless curiosity. You all sound like a happy family. We are. Besides, we have to be happy. Mr. Hayworth? Oh, don't mind me. I'm just thinking aloud. Look, we should be close to the end of the old road now. One more turn and we'll be practically there. A white wolf. Doggo. Well, thank you for the ride, Mr. Hayworth. Oh, it was nothing. It was on the way, so why not travel in good company? Best of luck with your investigation. You've got my full support. I've been going for an hour. I should end the episode. You guys. My word, at least try to be a little subtle. What, someone's got to do the PR for us? Indeed, advertising is considered crucial. A map of the... I thought I already had that. Like, by default. His skill at being an unrelenting people pleaser seems to be a rival even... to rival even... Oh my god! Hey... Maybe don't forget the guy is a traitor. I bet it takes more than being nice to run a business. While Mr. Hayworth and his business seem to be prospering, all the while still cooperating with local businesses. Most cross-bellion traders I know have tried to make as much money as possible by trading abroad. So I get the impression that traders like Mr. Hayworth are fairly rare. Good point. While he runs an honest business, groups like Revanche are still as dirty as they come. Yeah. South exit. Oh! This is my quick travel. Okay. And there it is. Terra Bomb. Provide a lot of healing items. Okay, and I get the card. That's another one done. That's one I can go turn in. Let's go see if I can open up some more court slots, particularly on Tio. I feel like that'd be better on Ellie. I want to give you Mind. An attacking buff wouldn't be too bad, and an extra bit of defense on you is pretty good too. A red or earth quartz would be best. Fire or earth quartz. And I can't afford either one, aside from defense. So that's just all there's going to be about it. I'm going to end this one here. Thank you all for watching. Join me next time on Trails from Zero as we do more Trails from Zero things. I'm the Dark Seraph signing off.